Looks like we got raided with a party of 74 already from I am Miru.
Ooh.
No, don't know how to say that.
Disappointing numbers. I was hoping for bigger.
I mean,
I don't start this stream unless there's 200 people in here. So I'm going to be absolutely silent until then.
I am me, you. Oh, Jesus, that makes sense. I am me, you are you. That makes sense. I'm just dumb.
Hey everybody.
It's
PWade, why
Keycon.
don't you kick us off?
I mean,
why don't you start this off with an explainer for people who aren't familiar with our little show?
Yeah, so basically what we do here on Keyset Crimes is commit Keyset related crimes. MrDongblaster here basically gives me some sort of theme or inspiration or maybe just a general vibe to capture and I try to capture that in the essence of a keyset, and they're usually horrible and great all at once.
Yeah, so since we're going first, we are quite honestly and by design the least serious people in the hobby. So we're going to be really disregarding most of all of your opinions, and we're going to be designing a key set that really speaks to us and nobody else, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that matter.
Yeah.
We matter.
This is very self-serving.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason we're doing this is because we have very high opinions of ourselves. So based on that, we're going to be putting together a key set for you guys today. So normally our format works. There really isn't a normal way our format works, but often we give our audience like 2 key set ideas to choose from. But seeing as this is Keycon, this is big audience, we are going to go with the most ambitious key set design ever. And we are going to be attempting to create the world's first non-Japanese themed key set.
It's a big undertaking because, as we all know, every single key set until now has had Japanese inspiration.
It's going to be incredibly difficult, and we're sure it'll sell no copies.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is for us and this is not for anyone else. So we're going to try to create the world's first non-Japanese themed or influenced or inspired key set.
Yeah.
That's correct. Even Carl Winslow was Japanese inspired.
Yeah.
PWade was using Japanese software to create it. So he's switched over to the made in the USA, much worse version of software. So we're going to be using that.
Everybody who's like following our channel right now, thanks a lot for following, for checking out the show. Hope you're excited. I am not going to be reading every single one of these individually because there are way too many right now, and normally our show, we usually take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, but for Keycon we're trying to condense this into 1 hour, so we really kind of gotta bust ass today.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best, and I'm gonna keep my eyes on the clock. I'll do my best to keep PWade honest.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and knock out something that is completely devoid of Japanese ambition.
Yeah. So I guess for starters.
Yeah, I was doing some research on the internet, and I was trying to find the least Japanese colors, and they actually ran a scientific study in 2005 to find the least Japanese colors in history, and they turned out to be gray and orange.
Gray and orange, interesting.
So I'm thinking we need a combination of gray and orange.
Okay. Do we have a...
I can't link the study because I may or may not have ever read it.
Do we have a keyboard we want to put this on? Are we thinking like 65, 60%?
Give me some,
TKL?
let's go with TKL. Let's give us the biggest canvas that we can work with at the moment.
Okay.
Because I know we don't
Yeah.
have like a 1800 or anything like that.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I'm too lazy to find a 1800 model.
That's understandable. I mean, we're nothing if not cutting corners constantly.
Oh yeah. Like, that's really the goal, is every episode is like, how quickly can we get from point A to point B with
It's true.
as few corners as possible.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, we want to create something that makes us happy.
Yeah.
And one thing that makes us happy is working as little as possible.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining. Keycon's amazing. I was pretty bummed when I found out it wasn't going to happen this year because, honestly, I don't know why. PWade, why was it canceled?
I think Colorado fell off the map.
Wow, just like a hole through the middle of the country, huh?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
It's a real shame.
We're here now.
I don't know what you wanted me to do with that setup, but that was what I panicked, and that's what I
Oh,
came
you
up with.
you failed to hit the soft toss like always. So let's just move on forward past that.
Okay.
I do like Colorado. I have many friends in Colorado.
And it's a shame they're all gone now.
Yeah, it's a shame that we just have this void in the middle of the country now.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of good mountains.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, let's go TKL.
Okay.
And let's start. I'm thinking like gray alphas.
Great. Okay.
And like surprise me with the gray.
Okay. I am currently getting our lovely scene set up. I have a folder somewhere with a bunch of, lighting scenarios and things like that. They're somewhere.
Make sure Pudsey approves. We will make sure Pudsey approves.
I don't think Pudsey approves of anything.
He's very well.
Okay. We're just doing some behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, Jacob's Mirror is now a follower, which...
Ooh.
I mean, I'm happy that he is, but I'm also enraged that he wasn't already.
I am a little upset about that, yeah. That's a very good point. All right,
so thanks.
Let's
So
go.
while PWade's starting to track down some colors, why don't you drop some inspiration in the chat if you like certain orange and gray sets in the past. There's not too many. I can think of like one or two. I think. Oh yeah, GMK Monkey. Remember that? That was like beige and orange, wasn't it?
I thought that was like white and orange.
Yeah, grayish and orange. You're pretty sure GMK Beta is literally those colors? Well, maybe we'll just flat out copy that. We'll figure it out.
That's an idea. I mean, I've certainly heard worse ideas.
Yeah, for sure. If you're just joining, we're aiming to make the least Japanese-inspired set of all time.
Okay.
Actually, the world's only non-Japanese inspired Keyset.
Yeah.
GMK accent.
Up until now, they have all been Japanese inspired.
That's true.
It's a real plague, basically.
Japanese inspiration, anime, sub-legends, you name it. Every keyset up until right now, and every keyset in IC and GB right now is all Japanese inspired. It's pretty impressive.
It just doesn't stop.
Yeah, just to make sure everybody knows, we are not anti-Japanese. I am actually Japanese myself. But I feel like it's time to spread the wealth, especially since the leading manufacturer of ABS sets is German. Okay, so we got our TKL here.
Yeah, so we got our TKL with some base materials.
Yeah, which is PWade's, ugly-ass conglomeration of pastels, which is just his life.
So this is basically our starting point, just because you've got different assignable surfaces on these keycaps. If you've ever looked at a GMK cap closely, like the top of the cap and the side of the cap has different textures to it. So that's why it's set up in this fashion. It looks terrible, but this is how it goes. This is where we start from, which is fine. So you want to start
Hot Cheeto
off...
shit red. We'll see what we can do.
I want to start off with a gray. So what if we
Ich spreche
just
nur ein
did,
bisschen Deutsch.
we could be real lazy and just use some like stock colors.
I'm thinking lighter than that gray. Like,
Lighter than that?
yeah, like some mid sort of gray.
Mid gray. Let's look at, how's that feel? Is that lighter?
Yeah, that's a good place to start, I think.
Yeah.
So let's make everything that gray to start, and then we'll see
Okay.
what we're kind of working with.
Okay.
You know what? Don't hate me. Let's go lighter.
Lighter. Okay.
Yeah, just a little lighter.
Just a little lighter.
WKL is not boring. It's the only keyboard that people should be using, in my personal opinion.
Oh, that's the wrong color. Okay, then accent legend, and then a mod legend. How's that feel for you? That's a pretty.
That's good. That's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Could you hit me with white legends though?
Oh, white legends. Okay. Do we want like white legends across the board here?
Yeah. Existentially, viewers wants to know what software you're using.
Oh yeah, I'm using Keyshot, which is confusingly named because it's not specifically for keyboards. Like you might think
But
it
now
was,
it is.
but it's not.
Okay, so it looks like what you've done is just made everything the same gray, including the case itself.
I did accidentally drag that color on the case. We're playing fast and loose today, okay?
That's fair. How about, like, can you make the board white? Let's start with white, so it's not obstructing any of our vision.
I mean, we could also do, like, you know, like a... Let's see what a silver type.
Silver?
Well, that...
No, we can actually do the case color later. Let's go with white right now, though.
Okay, you just want straight up
Yeah,
white
perfect.
on this bad boy.
It's good. I don't want anything getting in the way of the vision here.
Well, it didn't like that, so
Of course it didn't.
think let's give it. Let's try. No, I don't want to link these materials. So let's try it this way. Okay, that is technically white according to what we're doing.
Cool.
Maybe we need to bump up our lighting a little bit, because I think that's kind of skewing things here. If I can find what I'm looking for. Yeah, give us new lighting.
What kind of room are we going to be in here with this lighting?
Well, apparently...
This stream brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It's the only shit I drink!
We're using the good old artist workshop from...
Okay, so this is like on a wood floor.
Yeah, I was going to hide that here.
Of course.
Like, if we just get a nice white.
Of course.
There we go. We can give ourselves a little bit more overhead light on this. Shinier keycaps would be nice. Yeah, that would probably be nice, but you know, with the time constraints that we have, muddling around with like the textures that we've got, that's too ambitious. We're already 13-14 minutes in here.
Yeah,
muddling with textures isn't.
Just in case you all aren't familiar, we're going to be we create one of these sets each week just based off an idea, and then we're going to have like a March Madness style tournament at an unannounced time where we have everybody vote on the sets that they like, and the one that wins the tournament will get a real life IC, and we'll try to run it.
Yes.
Okay, so I like where we're at right now. I like the lighting we have. It feels true.
Yeah, this is decent.
So I know that. So what I really do like, and I don't feel like we have a lot of it right now, is like I like when we have like a different color at one set with like the mods and a few of the keys. You know, kind of like Vileplume did, or like kind of like that color gradient. Okay. But we can. Spanky Rocks, it says the lighting is awful. Hey, email
What?
email us to pwade.com your lighting, and we'll put it in here. All right.
PWade.com. No, we cannot have sphericals because, again, setting up models and stuff, that is way too intense for what we are doing here. Anything like that, I've got to do off the clock, and boy howdy, is it hard to find motivation some days.
Especially when you're doing it for absolutely free.
Ain't that the truth?
And yeah, low effort is kind of what we strive for here.
The background is too bright. All right, if you're gonna wind that much.
There's a button. There's actually a button on the bottom of your monitor, and if you hit it and go to the right part of the menu, you can actually turn the brightness down on your whole screen.
Okay, hold on. Actually, we can let's try to make this kind of a grayish background. We can. There.
Man's over here with a suit. I can just see him in like the world's darkest room. And the screen is just blaring in his face. His eyes are red from the strain. And he's just like, the background lighting's too light. And then he blames it on you, PWade. He blames it on you.
I moved away from Fusion like a couple months ago, probably. Oh, I better make sure I save our project here. I'm gonna call that GMK, not Japanese.
GMK, not Japanese. I honestly don't know if there's a better way to describe it.
I guess it could have gone GMK, no weebs allowed. That would have been decent.
That's a little too pejorative.
Maybe.
But also, yeah.
So you say
what are you drinking, PWade?
I am drinking the Gourd Tree Pumpkin Cider, courtesy of I don't know if Clam's in here or not. Clam, if you're here, thank you. It's actually not bad. It's better than I was expecting. I was a little nervous because, you know, I love pumpkin, don't get me wrong, but like pumpkin in beer / cider seemed like a risky.
It's really easy to overdo.
Yeah.
Those flavors.
But I am
So speaking of pumpkins, we need to work some orange in here.
Yeah.
So kind of what I would like to see is maybe go like backspace over to like the P, or backspace over to the P row, or so like dash all the way down through like left or comma. Let's make that all orange right there right now.
Wait, so
okay, so backspace all the way down through shift.
Okay.
On the mods.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna get that orange.
Okay.
And then over like diagonally down through the P row.
Then okay.
Or column, I should say. P column.
Okay.
It is orange and gray, but it is not a pumpkin or Halloween themed key set, because I have a feeling if you go back far enough, some of those may be rooted in Japanese culture. So we're gonna say no on that.
Are we going all the way over to the 0 included in this P column? Like, are we doing left diagonal or like right diagonal?
Left diagonal. So dash down to comma.
Oh, so not including the 0. Okay.
Not including the 0.
Okay.
And this is just giving us a starting point. Let's see what we're working with here.
Okay.
Nothing says white and American like pumpkin spice. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I am. So we got backslash.
At the end, we'll see what we end up with, and if it feels like pumpkin spice at the end, we can still call it GMK pumpkin spice. But we'll see how it ends up.
Enter quote. Did we want the semicolon and the P included in here?
Oh yeah, I'm saying go diagonal down left through the P, like PL comma, and then everything from there all the way over.
I see now. My apologies. I was misunderstanding.
You're good. Hey, we have constant communication errors on this show. It's part of the thing that keeps it spicy.
It keeps us on our toes.
It does.
/ and then shift. Nope, not that shift. That shift. There we go. So this whole block.
Or you know what? Lose the comma. and then add the 0. Because what I kind of want to get is as close to a square as we can get.
Okay. Where's the comma?
The jankier it looks, the better, to be honest with you.
That feels pretty janky. Okay, so let's go ahead.
GMK PSL basic bish. All right, I'm into that. Okay, so we've got our pseudo square.
Yes.
Let's see how stark this is on the right side.
So do we want just blanks for this?
Yeah, leave it blanks for now. We can add in legends later.
Okay.
But
so what are you thinking next?
Let's see. I'm thinking the gray is still a little dark.
You think the gray's still a little dark?
Could we try a lighter shade of gray?
A lighter shade of gray.
While PWade looks for a lighter shade of gray, one of the things that we like to do sometimes on Keyset Crimes is have a little bit of an airing of grievances. So we usually keep this, themed around the keyboard hobby, keyboard culture, that sort of thing.
Is this a lighter gray? Not to interrupt.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to be.
Okay. Continue. Carry on.
Yeah, so if you have any grievances that you want us to talk about in chat, something that rubs you the wrong way or really rubs you the right way, drop it in chat and we'll talk about it. With you even, if you want.
Yeah. We have both been in the hobby for a long time, so we've seen a lot of, how to diplomatically say this, stupid shit.
Yeah. So, PWade, can you really zoom in on the spot where the colors meet the rest of the alphas? Like, get me close in on that column. Oh, you turned on the brightness, now you can't see anything? You might want to get a new monitor.
Get a new monitor and spend like $300 on something to calibrate said monitor.
Yeah, get it color calibrated.
And then just hate yourself.
Yes.
Yep. So how does this feel?
Holy Pandas debacle? Are you talking about the one with Glorious?
It's worth it to pay additional for a good... I mean, that depends on what you're doing with your monitor. Let's be real here. Like, if you're not doing anything professionally with colors, then, like, fuck it. But...
Yeah, true.
If you are actually doing something where you're making money off of colors, you might want to give a crap.
You might want to.
Maybe.
There's been mixed response to that point in the past.
This is
especially
true.
with people who make key sets.
This is true.
This is not a new desk placement. So you want to talk about the Holy Panda stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It is a little suspicious with Glorious and I think the weird thing to me is, like, I don't know if I was wrong, but I felt like people communicated that the original Panda molds were destroyed, broken, flawed, to the point where they could not recreate the switch housing that was so popular.
Right.
But then you have Glorious saying these are from the original tooling from the set, which is a little weird. That's what rubbed me the wrong way, because it didn't seem either we were lied to at first or we're being lied to now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's around, the Holy Panda, which, if you're a big tactile person, it's one of the better modern tactiles, one of the better MX tactiles. Originally a Franken switch, if you're new, is created between the Halo True stem and the the Panda housing, Panda linears. Panda linears on their own,
garbage.
Not good.
No,
not good at all. Scratchy, garbage. But you take that housing and you throw a True stem in it, and it was a earth-jarring jolt to your fingers at the time.
It's not.
At the time. Because
hot take. Put Zeal stems in Holy Pandas and they feel better than actual Holy Pandas.
I mean, I personally have a tactile that I built that I think is better than Pandas too, which is with the Panda housing and Otemo Sky stems.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really like tactiles that much. And
Oh,
I
I thought
feel
you were
like
talking about your Capre board.
Oh yeah, I did just build a Capri board, and that is, yeah, that's the best MX tactile board you can build. But it's
Yeah.
also a monstrous raging pain in the ass. So gauge how much you really want an MX tactile board that feels like Topiary.
Yeah, there are so many caveats there.
Oh yeah.
But because
Okay,
did you
so
see the thing that, sorry, just with the Holy Pandas, did you
you're
see
good.
that like Mastrop was actually Drop was filing for trademark?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
that's what that was brought up in chat too, and
Yeah.
everybody knows when big players get involved, nothing gets complicated.
Never. I mean, again, this is kind
No.
of something that just kind of comes with how big the space is getting now. Like, this kind of stuff is gonna happen. It's kind of just an inevitability, and it's kind of learning how to navigate this stuff, I guess, as community members, like where we tolerate some of these things.
I read you. Yeah, I hear you. I'm right there with you, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the hobby scales.
Yeah.
If this trajectory of growth continues, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how not only like sourcing and group buys and accessibility is handled and changes or evolves, or if it doesn't and it just kind of becomes this hype beast hobby that has like 4x, 5x like flips on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting
Whichever.
to see. You think Cecil Samo thinks the hobby will slow down after pandemic? It's a possibility. Everybody's kind of cooped up right now and looking for things to do.
Yeah.
What better to do than to just throw hot lead solder fumes into your eyes?
Yeah, it's definitely possible, but yeah, so like one Bree said, you've got a lot of people coming over from like the PC gaming or the PC building sorts of spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that growth will continue, pandemic or no pandemic, because like you've got these
Sure.
people spending stupid money customizing PCs. Like, once they realize they can do that to a keyboard too, hell yeah, why not? Like, it's just gonna keep going, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Anyway, we're making a key set that's not Japanese, so what do we do next?
Well, we're trying anyways. So let's zoom all the way out. Let's see what we're working with.
Yeah,
and
this is where we're at.
so I'm thinking like we need to move the color block.
Okay.
Like let's try and move the color block over to the left. Like let's get the mods out of the picture. So let's like maybe move it over 2 rows.
Okay, I can do that.
And then put is that Strider? If
That is
anybody's
Strider.
familiar, PWade has a very vocal corgi, and that was Strider.
Yeah, he is pissed about something. I don't know what,
He is.
though.
He is.
Let's see. Are you gonna let me choose my... Why aren't you letting me click on stuff? Key shot, what are you doing? Oh, there he is.
Knock you out of
Speak of the
GP.
devil.
Henry's downstairs. Henry is my dog. We both have corgis. Henry is downstairs pissed off at me right now.
Ah, sounds about right.
Yeah. If I were to open a bag of chips up here, though, he'd be up here in a second.
Oh, yeah, undoubtedly. Okay, so we're doing J. Do we want to sort of like round out the edge here? So like
Yeah,
to
let's
U
try.
and then 8. Kind of keep that curve to it.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
feeling that.
Okay. And then we need to grab our I and our O. And then our K. And then there's our comma. And then we're going to go ahead and unlink these materials. Let's go ahead and make these guys orange. And then you said we want to get our...
Yeah, pull the mods back out and maybe like
Yeah.
1 row in
okay.
or 1 column in.
Okay.
And then take those all back to that base gray.
Okay. Let me it's always so fun to like grab
It's
these
really-
just like single key by key.
Oh yeah. It's really hard to not go Japanese with this. Let me just say that for the record.
It's pulling us in. I can feel
I
it.
understand why everybody goes with the Japanese design.
Yeah.
Because it really just does come to you very naturally.
So I think this was the last. We'll just leave these blanks for now while we're working.
That's fine.
Okay.
We can always throw the legends back on there.
Yeah, we can do that later. How's that feel?
What do you guys think in chat? What do we need to do next? Because right now it's feeling pretty weird, if I'm being honest.
This does feel very weird.
And I mean, it does look weird. Just add some hiragana. I think you're missing the point here. We are trying to go non-Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that would be like Japanese, like as Japanese as it gets.
Yeah.
Japanese characters. Oh,
You need to calm down, sir.
he's pissed off. He doesn't like what we've started here.
He's not happy about it.
PWade.
Yeah. Man, you guys keep saying to add sub-legends and
can you make
like...
Can you make the N orange here so we keep a square shape?
Oh, sure. Yeah. But you guys keep saying to add sub-legends, and I don't think you understand what all goes into that to do that on the fly. Because I am not that good at this. Nope.
He's great at it.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, Nav just stopping by to drop his famous tagline. Thank you, Nav.
Thanks, Nav. Hope you're enjoying Keycon.
Okay, so that's keeping it kind of more square, and I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe lose the
bracket up there.
Yeah.
Get it so we can
square.
have it kind of more like a parallelogram.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, and while we're at it, can you make the alphas around a little bit like a shade darker?
A shade darker. Okay.
They're starting to look a little too light to me.
Okay. Oh, Boise. Okay.
Sub-legends that are regular alphas. So you just want two. You want two of the same alphas on there.
My materials are so messy right now because of all this adjustment we're doing, but you know what? It's fine. It's Keycon. We're gonna persevere. So you said a little darker?
So no regular legend. So you just want a sub-legend in like the bottom right-hand corner.
How's that feel? I accidentally grabbed our case color again and changed it, so we're gonna have to cross that bridge later. But is that dark enough? Okay.
Yeah, that's dark enough. Don't hate me. A little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter. You know, I am dealing with like GMK colors right now, which aren't the broadest in their palette.
You like this gray shade? Yeah, I do too. If it were just a hair lighter, I would love.
What is this? 2B.
So this is the part of the show where PWade rips out his color chips and his RAL wheels.
Yeah, you're gonna make me do it because that one's gonna be like a grayish and. Ugh.
Also, can we take a second to appreciate how laid out and sprawled out Strider is in the background? Because that's pretty impressive.
I looked back at him and the side eye he gave me was just like, say something, bitch.
Say something.
Like, he knows I won't. Okay, so how does this look? Is that a nicer gray?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Let's try and expand the orange columns out one more towards the 7 column down.
Okay.
So 7YHB, let's make that orange too.
Okay. I like that.
And if you're just tuning in, we are attempting to make the world's first non-Japanese inspired keyset.
Yeah.
It has never been done before. So
Might
that's
never
kind of
be
why
done again.
That's kind of why it's hard and it looks like shit.
Yeah. Like
because all of the good keyset ideas are either A, Japanese influenced, B, Japanese influenced and in IC. C, Japanese influenced and in group buy, or D, Japanese influenced and already created. So you can see we're basically scraping the bottom of the barrel here. And here's just a reminder, stick around to the end, and we are going to be at the end of the stream giving away a set of GMK Calcium.
Oh yeah.
If you're not familiar with GMK Calcium, that is a key set that's being run by the guy who made Boom Snap caps, Taylor.
Yeah.
He has graciously given us a set of GMK Calcium to give away on stream.
Yeah, we'll be running some marbles, hopefully, if I didn't screw up getting that set up.
Yep.
I think I got that taken care of. And then also, thanks to both Taylor and Alex at Pank, who took over the group buy from Taylor, so he didn't wind up having however many GMK sets show up to his house.
Yes, so thank you.
Yeah, Alex is a great guy. He's going to be running Tai T. He ran GMK Taro round 1, so like if you're worried about not knowing who he is, buy with confidence. He's a great guy. Back to the program here.
Back to the program.
How do we make sure this is in Japanese?
I think I feel right now, and tell me if you disagree in chat, I feel like we're pretty successfully navigating the non-Japanese influence waters, but I think we're pretty safe right now. Hey, just humor me, expand the orange row down 6T, G, and V as well.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely going to some like strange new places, like
a gray-orange gradient. That's an interesting concept. Let's get him to build this out first here.
Yeah. Materials on link. Let's make that orange.
The best part about this is even if we make this, even under the like, and there's been precedent for this before as well. If we put this out there as an IC and people don't like it and there's no interest, change the theme and put Hiragana Sublegends on it, and then boom, it's a Japanese themed set and we're ready to print money.
Yeah. Like it'll sell like hotcakes that way.
Strider is now in his 4th laying position of the past 10. A thin orange stripe and then make a mirror image of the parallelogram on the other side. That's interesting. The orange is like a koi fish pattern. Okay, thank you so much for the the call out.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I feel like we are very squarely on a koi fish color. I think we might need to darken this orange. So let's darken this. Oh, but thank you so much for the call out because we almost just created a koi themed set.
Yeah, that would have been a travesty.
Oh my! And the thing is, like, these even look like scales, you know?
Yeah.
So it would have been a very, very convincing giant goldfish set. So we will not be creating GMK giant goldfish today, folks. Man, see how easy it is to divert from the plan?
A few wrong moves and you've made a Japanese key set. Like, it's that easy.
And that's the thing. I think so many key set designers out there who end up with like Japanese themed key sets. I think they probably set out with completely different plans in general, and they've ended up and they're like, oh, well, we got there. Might as well just gone sub legends on it, and then we'll take it to IC.
Yeah. So
I'm willing to bet that happens a lot.
Do you want a darker orange, or do we want to move?
I want a
away
darker
from
orange.
Okay.
I don't want to move away from orange.
Okay.
Because remember, we're citing the scientific study at the beginning that's saying the two least Japanese colors scientifically are gray and orange.
Okay. How does that look? Is that a little too brown?
You know, I think that's too brown. I'm thinking like maybe add a little bit. I don't know, just go the other direction. You know what I mean?
How's that guy feel?
Maybe.
I think this one might be too much. Oh.
So, While you're landing on, yeah, like I think you know where I'm going with this, but I just want to see like a different orange. I'm
Okay.
not an artist like you. I don't have that eye, but I just want you to
Okay.
start throwing out different orange.
I'll mess with it. See what I can
Cool.
find
So
here.
while PWade's finding an orange, PWade, what kind of keyboard are you typing on? This is Keycon, so we should probably talk a little bit about keyboards themselves.
That's true. I am typing on my trusty Polaris with mauves and GMK Analog Dreams because I use my own key sets.
Oh, shilling his set, folks.
The classic.
He's a true businessman. Oh
There
yeah,
she
look at
is.
PWade's keyboard,
There she
everybody.
is.
PWade's camera is super nice, by the way.
I take this terribly unserious thing very seriously.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm having trouble finding a color I like.
Just keep experimenting, and we'll keep talking about stuff. Hey, does anybody have a new keyboard that I interested in seeing in person, interested in joining, interested in trying to track down on the aftermarket for insane prices? Let us know in chat.
I think I kind of like this color. It's like a reddish orange.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, we still got the orange, but what we don't have is something that looks like
It does not
koi.
look like a koi fish.
Does not look like
I've
koi.
never seen a koi fish look like that.
Does not look like koi.
No.
Longhorns burn orange? Yeah, we're a little closer to that. We're a little closer to that hook'em. I am not a Texas fan, but I can empathize and respect the fan base. Texas is definitely not Japanese. That's correct.
That's true.
That's
That
true.
is very not Japanese.
Yeah, because if you look at like one of those like tests that has like an either or, and then they have a sliding scale of like 1 to 10 in the middle, like on one side is Texas and on the other side is Japan. So that's
Yeah.
actually a really good point.
Yeah.
I lived in Texas for 4 years. Fan of the state, fan of the food. I still miss being able to get good tamales here in the.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we do next?
So, okay, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Let's get rid of all the alphas. Let's go with a blank set.
Oh, so no legends whatsoever?
Or yeah. Sorry, not the alphas. Let's get rid of all the legends.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's gonna take me a second, but I will do it graciously. I gotta find what color I used. Was it this one? Nope, it wasn't that color. Was it this one? What? Oh dear. I goofed. Why are you doing that? Oh,
He's
I see.
goofing. Well, P-Wade's messing around.
Yeah.
Was there anything interesting that you guys that you've seen coming to interest check or group buy in terms of boards or key sets? Let us know and we'll talk about it.
We'll shit talk it.
Yeah, of course. One thing that I thought was really cool that just came out is the Jaguar, by Elaine.
Oh, Elaine's doing something?
Yeah, she's doing a new TKL.
Oh, well, I'm less interested now.
P-Wade hates TKLs if you haven't, and I almost TKLs. So.
Yeah, so I guess as a real quick frame of reference, you already saw my Polaris, but then I also have my Taro board and a Hyperfuse board, and they're all 60%. I also have an HHKB proper in one of my drawers here.
Here, I'll get my shit coming.
Audrey, yes, it is a very great looking Hyperfuse board.
There's so much shit on the table behind me. My body was supposed to that you.
You just yelled so much it cut off, I think, everything.
That's okay. I knocked my mic down. Okay, so yeah, he hates TKLs and I love TKLs.
Yeah.
So right now I'm typing on Polycarb KFE.
There it is. Look
Yeah,
at it.
TKL Gang Forever. So that's what I'm typing on right now. And then I've got one of my favorite boards, TX84 with vintage blacks.
I like the Doge thing there.
Oh, you gotta have the Nick Heller Doge thing. If you don't... Oh, I'm showing the wrong side.
So you're showing the numlock
Absolute
there,
idiot.
bud. Wait, you
Yep.
have a numlock on a TKL?
Yeah, you idiot.
Okay. Just checking.
It's called Style.
Clearly,
What else? I have an FMJ right here with tactile grays.
We got 14 minutes. Yeah, trust me, we're not giving up. We're gonna get somewhere.
Oh, plus we gave up the second we started.
Yeah. We're just kind of padding out the clock.
Rivas, you like the keycaps? Which keycaps are you talking about? I got all these keycaps from different places. The FMJ has GMK white on black. The TX84 has EPBT Russian on it, but I tell everybody it's Sav, so they think I have more money than I think I've got. And then on the Poly KFE, I have CRP Tulip. I've also got, oh yeah, I forgot the Copra board.
Always gotta go get the Copra board.
This thing ruined my life over the weekend.
By the way, Lollipop Source, this is the, we're creating the very first non-Japanese key set. The very first, possibly the very last.
We don't even know if we're going to end up with something, but we're trying really hard not to. We've had some close misses with almost designing a koi fish set, but I think we're successfully, like, if the Titanic were to have avoided that disaster as well as we did, there would have been, maybe Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't be as famous as he.
That's, you know, that's certainly a claim.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
I kind of scooched it in a little bit.
Nice.
I don't know how you feel about that.
I think, could we go lighter on the gray?
Lighter on the gray. Yeah, we could. If you want to make me do that.
I do want to make you do that.
Okay.
Part of the fun of this stream is making PWade do stuff that he doesn't want to do.
Strider's mad about something again.
Oh, he's left us, I see.
Yeah, he does that. It's fine. It's a little bit lighter. It's not doing much.
Okay.
That's a good bit lighter.
Oh, I like that. I like, so like there's gray, which you can tell is obviously gray. And then like, but then there's somebody, like an artist's eye can see a gray and know it's a gray.
Yeah, it's a very
It's
subdued,
super subtle. It's really
it's a subdued
subtle.
gray. You
Like
really,
you almost have to be you have to be really refined and smart
yeah,
and intelligent to know that it's like actually this color, not that one. Like you could tell, like if a musician listens, that's A sharp.
yeah. You've
That's
really
kind of
got
what
to
the
know
gray
your
we've
shit.
ended up with here.
You've got to know your shit.
I like the gray. So I know we want this to be an orange square on a gray keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
But like the shape looks a little janky to me, you know?
You think?
Yeah,
What-
I feel like if we could go with like a rounded square,
Okay. Like a
like
bevel.
maybe like
It's bevel.
yeah, like a bevel around the edge.
Yeah. I get
So
what
like
you're
maybe
saying.
take out the V, make the V the same color as the base,
Yeah.
and then like take that like is that a 9?
It's something. I'm gonna figure out what the hell that
Yeah.
guy is up there.
Like just round the square off a little bit.
Yeah. Also, my dog's name is Strider, not Striker. He's not named
Yeah.
after a Japanese key set.
An incredibly Japanese key set.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Striker, it's a key set with hiragana sub-legends that's made in the same color blue as the Japanese soccer team.
Yeah.
Doesn't get too much more Japanese than that.
Strider, as in Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's pseudonym. My girlfriend
Nice.
is a massive nerd.
So I like the rounded square. The orange, to me, the orange is a little off.
You think?
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, make it. I can't really convey it, but it needs to be a little like, have like that something in it.
Okay. Let me.
Like, what I don't want it to become is like, I don't want to move back in the direction of koi. So I want to be
Yeah.
more, like, more fair, like towards our goal.
No, that's not it.
Okay, that's the right direction. No, that's the wrong direction. Now it just looks like wood or poop. I'm not trying to have GMK poop square on gray alphas. Keep playing with it though. I think you're headed in the right direction.
Maybe let's take a look at like.
That's too dark. That's too dark.
Is that orange?
Ooh.
Does that feel
So,
orange
okay.
to you?
You know how we landed on that artist's gray?
Mm-hmm.
I think this kind of feels like artist's orange. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so orange that you like.
You've got to know it's orange.
Exactly. It's like an orange that's not going to
Yeah.
beat down the door and say, hey,
Orange here.
this is like more subdued.
Yeah, I think this is good.
I think we're pretty close. And like what we usually like to talk about is when we create a key set, we talk about like the next step, which would be like creating novelties
Right.
and different sets that could go along with it. So like for this, like mountains, something like a mountain, like a snow-covered
Maybe,
mountain.
Yeah. That sounds pretty.
Yeah. And what I like is how clean the gray is
Yeah.
and how like
They work very
intelligent
well
the
together.
orange is.
I mean, do we render this bad boy? Like, we've got about
I
7
think,
minutes
yeah,
left.
let's render it out.
Okay. Do we want to
'Cause
come
we-
at an angle or do we want to top down?
So we have just no, I like top down. I think we
down?
need to go top down on this because
Okay.
what you need to see is the clear rounded square
Yeah.
just contrasted against an obviously gray
Right.
alpha set.
Right. Okay. We'll just give it 500 passes and bump this down to 1920.
It's super yeah, like mountains like in Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado is geographically kind of close to Texas, and Texas, as we've already determined, is the least Japanese place on Earth.
Yeah. And I think this may just be the least Japanese key set that's ever been made.
I'm not going to say it wasn't a struggle coming through, but I think we fucking did it.
I think we did.
I think we did it.
I mean, I don't want to like jerk ourselves off too hard, but like,
This may be the least Japanese-inspired key set of all time.
yeah.
I think it's...
See, Nav.
Okay, if I'm being
Nav gets
honest,
it.
though, I think it's going to do very poorly in IC.
Yeah.
So we may have to pivot after everybody sees it. We may have to pivot to a more Japanese theme. It's going to take some rework, but I think we might be able to do it.
I'm always gonna say Nav. It's fine. Deal with it.
Yeah. So first off, thank you for helping us come to this. PWade is rendering it.
Yeah, it's done. This is it.
Yeah.
She's-
Thank you for joining us. We are going to have giveaway in a rig up marble race, which if you haven't done that kind of giveaway before, it is it's a lot of fun. It's very nerve-wracking, and somebody's going to come out on the other side with a a spot in the GMK Calcium GB for free.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch. We'll switch back to our main scene here.
Yeah, and I hope you're ready for the second half of our stream where PWade plays The Witcher for 4 hours.
Oh my god, that made me laugh harder than it should have.
We could not have done this without you guys.
Yeah,
you
thanks.
saw how often we flirted with the lines of making this, and we wouldn't have done it intentionally, but I could just see the comments on Geek Hack when you throw it up as an IC. They're like, this is too close to this set, which is Japanese, and this is too close to that set, which is Japanese themed. So the fact that you all helped us guide through this was just fantastic. Youngster Harris, did I clean? I moved some pillows around, and I moved phone chargers and laptop chargers. So if that constitutes cleaning, I cleaned the hell out of this place.
Okay, so I think I got it set up. We need to choose a map, it looks like.
Oh, I trust your judgment.
I don't know how this game goes. Do we want a long course or a short course? We've got about
long
4
course.
minutes.
Long course. Long
So
course.
some of
Long
these-
course.
I see this one has an average of 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
That sounds perfect.
That doesn't sound tiresome.
No. I mean,
Okay.
hey, vote in chat. Do you want a short marble race or do you want a...
Too late. I already
willing
clicked it.
Did you click long?
Yeah.
Awesome. So PWade's going to tell you guys how to join this.
Yeah, you're gonna hit
Long.
exclamation.
Everyone's saying long, so good thing you
Okay.
picked the right way. Otherwise, you'd be fire of, I don't know, most of the keyboard community today.
Okay, so go ahead and click exclamation point play.
Yeah, hit exclamation point play to join.
We'll leave it open for a little bit so everyone can get in, and dear lord, it is just flooding.
Oh. Eat your heart out, everyone else. This is how you win GMK Calcium.
Yeah, this is for a set.
Do you want to cut it off here at 50? Do you want to cut it off here in, like, let's say 20 more seconds?
Okay. Well, we're at 30. You know what? Fuck it. It's gonna start in like 10 seconds after we click play, or after we click start. So get in if you want a chance to win GMK Calcium. Fuck it. Start. 10, 9.
You've
8,
had your chance.
3, 2, 1, and it is a
Here
going.
we go. All right. PWade's gonna do play-by-play, and I will do color.
Oh my god, this is a
Oh
nightmare to
my.
try to see who's in first.
Oh my!
Oh, it's just a giant funnel.
Oh.
Who is in first? The game does not know. Rugo coming out hot, but he gets stopped.
Rugo, followed by Kevin Code.
who's
Oh,
in
now he's
first?
gone already. Wow, that was quick. Things really
Chris-
shift fast here.
Okay, is this Christopher, I think?
Christopher,
Holy
followed
shit.
by Sick Fan. Oh,
This dude pulled ahead.
Irio
Ew.
Jimeo
Oh my
taking a
god.
quick lead.
Oh, he's getting
Bredo in
hung
second.
up.
Is that white bread? Quickly falling back. This is just You know what we need? We needed like William Hung or something to play. Can you put some William Hung on?
I don't want
No,
to
it'll
get...
probably get our stream canceled. Huh?
Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted.
Sorry guys, I tried for William Hung. It just didn't work out.
I don't know if this is Seek or Sick Fan, but he is.
You will get a
he's got lead.
30%. You will get a 30% friction mitigation if you type in exclamation point dong right now. Oh my god, look at them. They're typing dong and they're just taking off. Oh my god, these are speeds that are previously unknown.
Oh, we got some people coming in from behind. Oh, and he gets stopped
Oh,
up.
it's getting close. We've got contenders now.
Boy, this one was called the Gauntlet, And it is definitely
And it
a
sure
gauntlet.
smells like the gauntlet, man. I could see the finish line though. Sick
know,
Fan's
this is-
still in a commanding lead.
There's some stragglers behind.
Oh, will he
Oh
get...
no! Oh, he launches.
Oh, you hate to see
Oh,
it,
no.
folks. The
It's just-
leader just yeets himself right
Oh
off.
my god.
God, to be here to see this, or you would never believe.
Oh god, they're flying off the map. I have no idea.
Oh my God, it's like a bloodbath. Who will win? Who will survive? Will anybody win? Is
Oh,
this
it's
just a meme?
DD
Is this a meme
Decline.
race?
It's DD
DD
Decline.
Oh, and one Breeze so close with the photo finish there.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
DD Decline, send your info to PWade.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll pass it along. I know you know where to reach me on Discord. So
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. This was a blast. We wouldn't have been able to create the world's first non-Japanese themed key set without you.
Hold on. Let me pop over to our normal
pop over
scene.
to us.
Yeah. Go back to that.
Thank
There
you
we
to
go.
everyone who
Yeah.
played.
Thanks for everyone who watched.
We stream normally every Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So feel free to tune in right here if you want to follow here. You'll get a notification every time we go live. We do a different key set each week, and
Yep.
they are often themed around the absurd.
Yeah. If you want pings and stuff like that, there's a link to my Discord where I have a channel for key set crimes and whatever other stuff I do. And I assume everyone is here because of Keycon, so I guess I don't really need to link the Keycon Discord.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll be hanging out in there for the rest of the day, I presume. Looking forward to chatting with you guys. Hope you had fun watching us. Enjoy the other panels, etc. Thanks for watching. This has been our time slot. That's it.
We've had a
I
blast. Thank you, everybody. Follow us for our journey. We'll have a tournament eventually, and we'll make an IC around the tournament winner.
Yeah. All right. Enjoy your Keycon, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.